being transported via Greyhound when I ain't had no money, or the dude ain't had no money. They bought a Greyhound ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that
But I
against
think he's echoing what, like you said, these jurors are not lawyers. They're not legal analysts. They're going to be looking at it like, well, what have I done in my past? Can they bring me up on charges? They are going to look at this as, yes, these are the instructions. But in reality, is this what really happened? I know they're not supposed to do that, but truly, the judge can instruct as much as he wants. They are going to do exactly what they want to do in their jury room.
And this is
okay? All right,
why,
Mel, you want to respond to that? Go ahead.
yeah, this is why so many people, especially black people, are so upset about this case about Diddy, because a lot of the things that are happening that the government is taking him down with a technical note, it actually, this is what people do every day, like passing a blunt or what have you. They give away drugs. They give it to their girlfriend. You can't give your girlfriend anything. You see what I'm saying? So this is where it gets really complicated, and that's why people feel like there needs to be a rising up against this case. Diddy, the time does not match the crime does not match the time that he would get. Diddy did not have blood on his hand like a lot of these mob bosses that they're trying to make him out to be. Diddy had baby oil and Astroglide on his hands, but not blood. We might as well say, spin it one time, Tasha. Spin it one time, guys. Spin it. That's right. No blood, just baby oil.
Baby oil. We had somebody pop in. We got a question from a viewer. What's the viewer's name? Why? How you doing? Why? Where you calling from?
Actually, I'm calling from Salt Lake City, Utah. Tasha?
Shout out to Salt Lake. I'm gonna get up there one day.
No, you don't have to. I promise. Don't
Do you
make
have a
that 7%
question
or
or a
8%.
comment on this? It's
Well,
okay.
actually, this is the comment that I wanted to make. Okay.
Okay.
Whenever you walk through life, we put things in our basket that we're purchasing based on our actions in life, right?
Okay.
Let Diddy pay for his groceries. That's all I'm saying. He need to slide and glide his ass up to the register and pay for everything that he has done to these people. Some people were voluntary and some people were victimized. But keep this in mind. A woman in servitude to a man by lust, love, or money, okay, is a victim of her own circumstance. Okay. Now, those professional ass whoopings that he was giving to Cassie, and I promise you, I've seen ass whoopers, and he was a professional. Okay. The only thing it was, he had the wrong audience. Okay.
Okay.
This man need to pay for everything he did to those people voluntarily, involuntarily, or whatever the case may be. You cannot walk and take your big clumsy feet and step on people in life like this and then walk away with a new pair of shoes. No, it don't work that way. So if he needs to lose all of his riches and fund the federal government, because Lord knows they're going to need the money when that man with that orange cat on his head get through with their ass. They're going to need all of that money and more. Okay? Sad part, we ain't going to get none of it, but that's irrelevant. But what I'm saying is that Diddy need to go ahead and just pay the piper. That's just all it is to it. If God claps, you should dance. God is clapping for us right now. He's telling us that these people cannot continue to squash and step on people because they don't have money. You can't use money to victimize people. You just can't. So let him go up there and pay for them groceries, the eggs and the sausages. Oh, no,
All
especially
right.
the sausages.
She said he
And the
should pay for
baby
the
oil.
groceries, and I think the feds is asking for him to pay for it and everything. The baby oil, the KY gel, the house, the jet, the boats, the kids going up in there too. Listen, everybody coming. The braids on the little girl's head, they're giving them over to the feds as well too. So yes, we thank you so much. I appreciate it. And y'all are asking me, am I Team Diddy? No. But did he do it? Yeah, he did that shit. Don't ask me nothing. I'm not in there. Don't ask me nothing. All I know is I got uncles that was whooping my auntie's asses, okay? Ain't none of them did no fair time behind whooping ass. Ain't none of them did that. The only time they did fair time is when they was out selling dope. But doing dope, they never did fair time. They did city jail time, okay? You get caught, you're doing a little drugs, you may be petty offenses, but when they started moving up to the federal offenses with drug trafficking and stuff like that, but I never seen them go to jail for slapping the hell out of one of my aunts and one of my aunts clapping back with a steel iron. I never seen it happen.
And I think your sentiment, Tasha, is what because I know you play devil's advocate. You do it really
Yeah.
good in your edutainment. I call it edutainment. You do a very good
Yeah.
job of doing both sides and being entertaining while you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I agree with you. I don't think it's necessarily. I'm not team anybody. I think the issue is, should a person be found guilty of federal charges if in what he actually did was a violation of a state crime? That's really the question. It's not
No.
right. And you're
No.
saying no. So when
No.
you say no, that doesn't mean that you're Team Diddy. You're just saying this
It
man
needs
should
to
not
be
be found
handled
guilty.
accordingly. And back then, the LA County has already said they have decided to not prosecute Diddy. It is out of statute of limitations, all of that stuff, right?
Right.
They have decided to not do it, right? Cassie didn't run her ass down there to press charges. Cassie ran her ass down to the check cashing place. She had 2 children. She had married the trainer. Diddy wasn't paying neither one of them. So they decided to go cash in. That's all I'm saying. So the crimes that he's charged with, Diddy should be spending fair time for shooting that lady in the face. That's what federal charges, that's what I thought they was going to go back and reopen. When Sean did that time, now he want to come out here and say, well, I didn't do the shooting. Well, why you ain't say that before? You want to say something now that they got Diddy locked up. Then there was a little boy that got shot allegedly by Diddy's son and Diddy in the studio. Cassie wrote about that. They didn't even say shit about that, and that is recorded. That is in the paper in Miami. Okay? That shooting happened in his studio, and Cassie gave great detail to what happened. Why they didn't bring that up?
So you're just saying they had an opportunity to build a federal case.
To build a federal case.
Right. But instead they picked these other things. And to be honest, I also think they picked these other things because it was salacious, A. B, they already had Cassie's civil lawsuit to really work with, right? I mean, just think about it. We would not be sitting right here today even talking if he had just settled with Cassie and let this quietly go. There would have been no public civil lawsuit, and there would have been never a federal case being brought based on her suit. Her suit.
And I think his lawyers, that's where his lawyers kind of failed. Because I'm sure they told him, let her go to the public. This is not anything the feds can get you on. These are domestic violence. This is just pure domestic violence, okay? But the other stuff that she put in there, like I said, the shooting of that boy that happened in his studio, and then the Wale situation, wasn't it? No, I don't think she mentioned the Wale situation, but she did mention something along the lines of him dangling somebody over a balcony. And then there was another singer that came and confirmed saying that it was Wale. Mel, go ahead. What you want to say?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go, but I wanted to just break this down in accordance with what was just said. We have all these charges on Diddy, and I don't have a dog in the fight, but we have all these charges. Not one police report in regards to Diddy, not one police report. Here's the other thing you just mentioned in regards to Bonner. Bonner had testified that on September 26, 2016, Diddy had her hanging off the balcony. Then he took her and threw her on the furniture on the patio, and she had pictures with metadata to back this up. Do you know what Diddy's black female attorney from Atlanta did, Nicole Westmoreland? She showed that Diddy was staying at Trump Plaza in New York, wasn't even out in LA at the time. That's just like, if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. It's just that serious. So basically, they were lying on Diddy for this particular occurrence. But not only that, when Deontay Nash, Mia, and Bonner came to the stand, or different people, they say they're still talking to each other and talking to Cassie while they're taking the stand. So how can you have all the witnesses still in cahoots all the way up to and beyond their testimony in court? So I'm just saying that there's something not right about this trial, and I'll stand on that. All right.
Well, listen, Mel, we hate to see you go. We know that you've been out here, waiting, and I appreciate that. I hope you can join back in. We will be verdict watching tomorrow as well, too. So we do want you to join us again for that live. And so, guys, I want you to take a second and just thank Mel for, being so patient and coming down and just being so knowledgeable. Again, we hope to have you back tomorrow. So our producers will be in contact with you. Are we on schedule? We good?
Anytime you need me.
All right. Thank you so much. So real quick, winos, shout out to Twitch, shout out to Facebook, shout out to YouTube. Jay Carter, hold tight. Mel, we're going to go ahead and drop you down. We're going to reset because we do have another commentator that's coming to replace Mel. We also have one of Diddy's male escorts that's going to be joining us here shortly in about maybe 5 minutes or so, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, so hold tight for that, winos. And he's going to be here. He's an open book, and he's here to answer any questions that you guys may have for him as well. And then we also have Sean Davy Way that's going to be joining us as well, who's done a slew of Surviving Diddy pieces that people just are now getting privy to. I mean, he was covering Surviving Diddy before Cassie even thought about suing Diddy or any of this. Okay. And so I'm glad to have him join us. We're just going to take a short break and then we'll be right back. So Jay Carter, hold back for me. Winos, hold that thought. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We'll be right back after the break. We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means Bowley raise a glass to. Let's go.
Loan discharges in bankruptcy. Most people will tell you it's impossible. Even bankruptcy attorneys will tell you that. But guess what? We just got 2 discharged a few weeks ago, and we're going to get a lot more. So if you're struggling with your student loans, you may be able to discharge those through bankruptcy. So you should just give me a call and let's figure it out.
He was saying some awful things. You bitch. That coochie is just oozing. You my old lady.
In the name of the holy light, I cast you out. Leave this man and never return. Your abusive sexual desires, the fornication, the mishandling of your wife. She gave you 40 years, Robert. 40 days. In the name of the holy light, I cast you out. Leave this man and never return.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
Hey, well, you brought me flowers. Girl, you know damn well I ain't brought you no damn flowers. I'm still waiting on my check to come through from a property that I sold 2 months ago. I can take it to the check cashing place. Girl, I don't know. I ain't got no. Open it and see. Yeah.
Thinking of you.
Oh, we're from Calvin. Really? Oh, they so cute. It's so cute that you still receive beautiful gifts like this, girl. I am still receiving gifts to the clinic, child.
Your baby daddy.
That's why then?
No, that's why you still going to the clinic, because your baby daddy.
I'm supposed to go to the clinic. That's my baby daddy.
That's the problem.
There's 2 clinics that I go to.
That's why I'm trying to put you on
the abortion and the STD clinic. I stay there.
No, Tasha, no.
Why?
I'm trying to give you a wholesome man. Kelvin's brother.
What you know about wholesome? And Calvin's brother, girl, no, I need a to burn me. See, I need him to have an experience with fucking, okay? Listen.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
My bad. It wasn't Jasmine, it was me. I didn't want a hot mic, y'all. All right, guys. So at least they were reading my lips, okay? All right, so we're back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for the show. And so before the break, we had Mel an actual legal analyst down at the court. He's been observing the case for the last 7 weeks. Okay. He joined us for about an hour and a half, giving us commentary on what he observed and what's going on down there right now at the courthouse amongst the jurors. Okay. And so he's going to be joining us throughout the week as we watch to see what this jury is going to do. We also have Jay Carter from the Black Lawyers podcast giving her legal perspective on things that she's observed while watching the trial, as well as the jury while they're deliberating as well. And so I want to thank them both for coming through. We also have Jay Carter is going to be joining us. Mel is not going to be joining us for this second half. We do have a few celebrity guests that are going to be joining in a little later on the show. And we also have a escort that was paid by Diddy for about 8 years, according to him, to sleep with Cassie. Okay. And so we did interview him on TashaKLive.com. It was an explosive interview, but now that the jury is deliberating, I do want to hear his thoughts on, kind of how he sees this going. Okay. And so we're going to introduce Jay Carter. Jay Carter, how you doing? Welcome back.
Thank you. And before we, I didn't say this before, but Tasha, let me tell you something about Miss Tasha here. I know a lot of your winos will agree with me. Your resilience in your own court proceedings.
Oh, girl,
I have so much respect for you. Just your own resilience, and also just your ability to persevere, keep going. I think another reason why some people are like, oh, well, are you Team Diddy? People don't know how it feels to be accused of something. And you're like, why am I here? I didn't really do this. So until you are accused of something, it doesn't have to necessarily be criminal. But until you are accused of something period across the line, you don't know how that feels to be in that hot seat of the defendant. You've been in a hot seat of a defendant, so you know how that feels. And so I do think you bring that.
It was the most stressful time of my life. I was like,
so I wish that I
had gone with my gut instinct to look and be like, hey, girl, what you need? Videos taken down. Perfect. We would have been done. Because I was away from my kid for 3 weeks. I had a newborn baby. I was away from my newborn baby and everything to argue over somebody's feelings being hurt. Like, stop the cap. But listen, I appreciate that. And it is because of the winos that I was able to get through it and why I'm able to keep going. And so I love what I do. And my loyalty is to my viewers. And it will always remain with them. Okay. Whether I'm right, wrong, or indifferent, it does not matter. Okay. And so and that's why we don't block over here. Just like I cuss people out, they can cuss me out and cuss other people out because we're all grown and adults and we all come from different walks of life. And so our opinions are different, but at the same time, we can all come together cohesively and make a decision. And I really feel like this is a state case and the state should have perceived accordingly, but we all know how Los Angeles get down, okay? The moneymakers walk. That's why New York has had to step in to get Harvey Weinstein and all these other people that was, violating people because Los Angeles refused to do it because they was getting kickbacks as well too. But listen,